Hello, my name is Dick Benson, I'm editor-in-chief of Alternative Medicine magazine. I'm out here today at Expo West in Anaheim, California, and I have the opportunity to speak with Darren Starkey from Trace Minerals. Darren's going to give us an update on information about how our bodies need trace minerals and how we can absorb them better in our systems. So maybe we could start off with a little bit about your background, Darren.
So I started with trace minerals in 1991. And in 2000, I got my degree as an naturopath. From that time, I didn't have an interest in seeing patients, but my greatest interest is educating. So I've used that time since 2000 to travel the world for the company and educate on the importance of trace minerals in our diets.
Great. And so trace minerals are a little unique in supplement companies. And in the different tests that you showed us, you could see immediate results.
That's good.
And that typically isn't the case in most supplements. It's 60 to 90 days before you see the results. So maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
Well, I can't break down the human body anymore based on electrical activity. That's what we are, right? And oftentimes in our industry, we focus more on macromolecules than we do micromolecules. We're hearing more and more about microbiome and the importance of our proper gut function, right? But with these trace minerals, even though they're in the minute amounts, we oftentimes as a society, I believe, and especially in our industry, we focus on multivitamins. If we're taking a multivitamin, it must have everything that we need, and that's just not true. So with trace minerals approach, it's focusing on the foundational aspect of our health. What should have been found in the soil as compared to, the amount of vitamins that we're getting out of a supplement. So that's why it's so important that I think the sad part, Nick, is that we can show information given back to our government back in 1936. Estimated that 99% of our society are deficient in these trace minerals due to agricultural farming technique. Now, by no means am I picking on the farmers, because heaven knows we need all the farmers we can get. But if our soil deficiency was that great in our society back in 1936, where are we today? And I think that's why it's so important that we emphasize the trace mineral foundation in our overall health each day.
Yep. And I know a lot of your products kind of focus on magnesium as a product. And I think many consumers get a little queasy when they think about magnesium supplements because of the GI issues they've had. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that and how you address that.
I think that the great, oftentimes what I like to focus on, yes, too much magnesium can loosen our bowels, but I think that might be one of the healthiest things for us right now, right? And that's 80% of our immune system right there on our gut function. With all the digestive disorders that we face in our society, oftentimes constipation is the number one question at hand as to how do we overcome that. But magnesium, of course, can be used that way. But I think that more importantly, when it comes to our overall health, as far as heart disease, the richest source of tissue or the richest source of magnesium found in our bodies is found in our heart tissue. With 80% of our society being deficient in magnesium, I think there's some other issues that we should be looking at, not just bowel, issues, or in this case, sleep. Right now, sleep is a huge one. But I think that overall, I know I've been in this way too long, Nick, when I start telling you what my favorite element is, right? And magnesium is one of it, because I think that also with the amount of stress that we've been under as a society, magnesium is absolutely pulled from our system when it comes to the amount of stress we're under.
And the ironic part about that is most conventional doctors, they don't even test you for magnesium.
That's hard to do because of the fact that everything in our body is designed to, first, keep that homeostasis of the blood, but we don't test the tissues or organs, where I think that we should be testing to see the overall, where we are deficient. Because magnesium serum in our blood really never changes. It shouldn't. And if it does, we're in trouble.
Yep. And so you did these tests, and we saw pretty immediate results, how it's going to help. How long before a person's going to feel some difference from it?
Well, because every one of us is so unique and so different, We give an absolute money-back guarantee with all of our products, 30 days. 30 days, 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't see results that you can see, feel, or measure, we'll give you a full money refund. But most people, my favorite part of my job, honestly, Dick, is when the consumers call me up and say, Dr. Starkey, are you sure there's no drugs in this product? And it's sad to me because the way that we're being educated is that anything comes with good feeling, lack of pain, or well-being must be a drug. I get to answer that question very quickly, that there are no drugs. But then I get to ask them the question, why do you ask? Why do you ask if there's a drug? And that has been my greatest education on what we're capable of doing with these products, individual, for all ages. I don't care if you're, a day old or 105 years old, these minerals are that, critical to our health.
Right. Perfect. I got it. Well, good. Well, I think it's been very informative. I think our readers are really be informed. Education is a big portion of what this type of product can do for them.
Right.
And a simple 30-day test is like
30 days. No question about it.
Yeah. Good.
I will say this, though. People ask, how often should I take it? And I love to pose the question. We lose about 2.5 to 3 cups of body fluid a day through respiration, perspiration, urination, and defecation. When is the last time you quit breathing, Dick, since you left your mother's womb? Right?
Right.
We don't. And yet at the same time, if our output of these minerals are greater than our input, and it's not coming from our food because of our soil, it's not coming from our water because of the filtration, where's it coming from? And that's the scary thing to me, is that it's coming from our internal storage, our cells, our tissues, our organs, and eventually our bone. And it's typically not till we're in a crisis that we ask the right question. And usually it comes with pain and makes us ask the question, why are we in this position? And that's when it usually comes back to trace.
And I know you also have products for people who exercise a lot.
Absolutely. That's one of our leading categories is electrolyte. We have electrolytes from liquids to powders to tablets to caps, across the board. But remember, again, that increased respiration, increased perspiration means increased, of course, we need to add those electrolytes back, but that's where those macro electrolytes are more engaged than just the micro. So what I love to share with people is use the trace minerals at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then use your electrolytes when you want to reach for a sports drink, and that's how we can complement them throughout the entire day and not just at breakfast.
Yep. So well, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Yep. Good. To learn more about these products and trace minerals, visit alternativemedicine.com, and we'll have more information about magnesium and about trace minerals and how they can help you with your everyday health.